All right.
wait for it to come back.
Con. No problem, sister. No problem. Let me see. Um, how's everybody doing? How's family going? Sister Yana, Sister Sariel, Sister Sanua. All praises.
We here, sister. We here. We doing good.
Con. All praises. All praises. Want to make sure I check in with the family, make sure everybody's good. Um, so hopefully this is going live. If not, it's okay because I learned my lesson, so I'm keeping it recorded. Um, but anywho, since it's 1 o'clock, it's 1:09 p.m. I figured we could do something a little bit different. Um, it's still in the realms of reading scriptures and stuff like that, but I figured since it's kind of on the hour, I figured we can most high willing go over some news articles really quickly. I have some news just pulled up, like The Guardian, RT, and CNN, just to name a few, so that we can really stay up to date about what's going on in this world. What's happening, because sometimes the news just glazes over us. We can't really pay attention to what's going on, or we can't really, you know, keep up to what's going on. So we have to make sure that we are watching and praying and seeing what's going on. So first one, if that's okay with you, sisters.
Con, that's fine.
Okay, Khan, all praises. Um, Let me go to RT, which is I think it's Russian television, but yeah. So RT, Russian television. I'm looking at the article. This was updated today, October 3rd at what's that? Oh, maybe like last night, 12:24 last night, or probably this afternoon. Says U.S. abandoned Bagram base reportedly operational for first time in 2 months as rumors swirl of Chinese military presence. Oh yeah, okay, sorry. um, it says Bagram airfield, once the linchpin of the U.S.-led NATO mission in Afghanistan, is said to be powered and serving planes again. A foreign source is rumored to be involved, with fingers pointed at China, of course, which denied eyeing the base. So, so that means, let me just finish, just kind of just scan, see what I need. Chinese troops have arrived at Bagram Airport. So this whole thing with Afghan and the Taliban, it's all just the making alliances with the so-called enemies of America, making all these different type of alliances because China don't really mess with America, and all these other nations are kind of separating themselves from America. It further reads on, the base was abandoned by U.S. troops in early July as the Pentagon prepared for the withdrawal of most of its troops from Afghanistan. So they had to leave and evacuate so quickly from the Taliban in Afghanistan. A lot of the military bases. So that means the high speed military planes, the different guns, the different weapons. I was just watching a video earlier, maybe like on Friday or something, and it was going into like a lot of these Taliban's they have a whole bunch of military high speed high tech military equipment being expensive rifles, expensive guns, the military gear, the helicopter planes, the troopers, and all these different things in between. I think they even had I think they even left a nuclear weapon. I'm not exactly sure, but it's kind of it's kind of like America shooting themselves in the foot because America going Taliban and Afghanistan going to team up with China, and that's kind of how the game gonna go. Um, Reading on, it had been intended that the Afghan national government would maintain it, but the regime's subsequent collapse in August put Pagram in the hands of the Taliban. And this is happening, Um, let me see. Salaki says, I know it's a bit different, but I wanted to make sure that we're not only reading scripture, we're making sure we're staying up to date, making sure that we are kind of knowing what's going on for the most part in our respective areas and outside of us. Like I said, I know a lot of times the news can be kind of overwhelming, and then you just kind of miss what's going on. So we have to make sure that we are staying up to date, just the same way the brothers are staying up to date and staying on point. We gotta stay up to date and stay on point too as well. Khan?
Con.
Khan. Of course, fingers were immediately pointed at China as Bagram's likely new operator, despite Beijing previously had stated it had no intention of deploying troops to Afghanistan. That's a lie. In early September, an Indian newspaper claimed Taliban leaders were in talks with Pakistan and China over the future of Afghans' air bases, and that Bagram had been slated to be handed over to Chinese operators. Chinese Foreign Minister spokesperson Wang Wenbin dismissed the report as purely fake news. Can't put nothing past these people. Can't put nothing past. So I think that might be it for what's going on in the Middle East. Pretty much the U.S. left a lot of equipment for them Afghanis and them Talibans. So now Taliban is kind of pairing up with China, and China don't really rock with America. So it's about to go down. Oh, this is. Oh, no, this didn't happen yet. 1508. Sorry. Not stopping at provocative military activity. U.S. demands China halt even diplomat. Yep. So China and America's asking China not to hold up on their military activity. It's a lot of stuff going down that they may not talk about, because all they're talking about is this blasted COVID and this and that, and we'll get your job and so and such and such. What's this? French military aircraft banned from Algerian airspace amid diplomatic row. What's this? Slakis, and then we're gonna get into the scripture. I just want to make sure that we are kind of staying up to date. You can all find these websites. Go ahead, sis. I'm listening.
No, I know this is always talking, about the news, and every time, you see stuff like that, when they say, China and America, I just always think of the verse in Matthew 24:7, nations will rise against nations.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get that.
So every time you see, huh?
No, I said we're going to get that scripture too, sis. Most High willing.
Oh, okay. Yes, every time, I see stuff, I feel like, man, his word is, because he's telling us, and you just, just see it.
Right. Absolutely.
You just sit back and watch. Most I got us, like, we don't even have to do anything, because he told us already the nations will rise against nations. So
Khan.
Just like the faith thing of staying firm.
Yep, and it's happening. It's happening in our lifetime. So we just gotta make sure that we are staying prepared, at the very least, up to date. So when certain things happen, it's like, oh well, most already said this is gonna happen, so it's not like I'm so surprised, So, okay. Okay, so that's the title. What's his name? Emmanuel Macron, right? Yeah, that's her French. Emmanuel Macron is, I think, the president or prime minister of France. Let's see what's going on in the Guardian. See what's going on in the United Snakes. Let's see what's going on in the U.S. of A's. This is where we reside, for the most part. Most of us, at least, reside in this wicked Babylon system. Wait. Agenda stalls. Hold up. Slakia sisters. Democrats brace for bruising October talks as Biden agenda stalls in Congress. What does that mean? Okay. Wasn't updated not too long ago. Warring factors, the Democratic Party are bracing themselves for potential bruising month of negotiations over the two massive economic and social packages that have reached an impasse in Congress, threatening to derail Joe Biden's first term in office. Oh yeah, so Joe Biden getting a beating. That's good. With Democratic leaders racing against a new October 31st deadline to pass the legislation, and with the pressure building on the White House from both centrist and progressive wings of the party, the centerpiece of Biden's agenda now hangs in the balance. Democratic prospects in New Year's midterm elections are also at stake. It's just get away. It's so annoying. Let me see. Okay. So what is this deal about? What is this decision? Is it just because they want to wait? What's the economic and social packages? Is that the stimulus check? Sorry, sisters. I'm like kind of like figuring this out as well with you all. So I'm trying to figure out what these two massive economic and social packages are. I'm not sure if it's the COVID jab. Let me see, or something else. Okay, over the weekend, Samina issued a scathing response to last week's decision by the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to delay vote on the infrastructure bill until October 31st to buy time for a compromise to be reached. So, infrastructure being roads, airports, planes, day to day stuff that we drive on and work with. Okay, I think that might be it on that. All right, so got a lot of stuff going on. Afghanistan is being real camoody with China, but they're trying to fake it like they're not. Taliban took over the Taliban took over the U.S. base and all their equipment, and pretty much just got all this stuff for free. What else? A blast in Kabul. That was recent. I think. Oh yes. Blast targeted Kabul mosque, leaves a number of civilians dead. Taliban spokesman says. I heard about this just not too long ago as I was like working out. I was like, oh wait, what's going on with this? Says an explosion ripped through a crowd outside the entrance of a mosque in central Kabul on Sunday, leaving a number of people dead. Where's Kabul? Sometimes you gotta know where locations is. So let me get one scripture for y'all real quick. Let's go to Matthew chapter 26 and verse 41. Matthew chapter 26 and verse 41. Y'all sisters with me? Con. Alright, Matthew chapter 26 and verse 41. If y'all sisters can read, it's no problem. If not, if y'all busy, let me know. I got y'all.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can read.
Alright, Con.
Ready? So you said Matthew 26, verse 41?
Con.
Alright, so Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. And it reads, watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Right. Con. So though this is about H.O.I when he was about to be sacrificed for us, and he was thinking about the burden, this also applies to us today, currently. Watch and pray. We have to watch what's going on, not just in our microcosm, not just in where we are, our day to day. That's nice, but we have to also look broad. We have to also look on a larger scale about what's going on, because certain things that happen in these other countries will always more than likely affect us over here in the US, depending on where we are. So stuff is going on with the UK and their gas situation, or as they like to call it, their petrol. There's been a shortages of all these different things. There's a shortage of what's it called, of trucks, a shortage of these different things. So we have to really watch and pray and see what's going on so that we can dissect and understand what to do from there. As I said, shortages. Let me go to where there was the great famine of Joseph. That was in Genesis. how we have to prepare, how you have to prepare for ourselves and like look at what's going on, what's happening in the world. All right, so let's get that. Genesis chapter 41. Genesis chapter 41 and verse, where do I want to start? We could start at, I think, like 56. Genesis 41 and I mean the whole thing is good. Okay, I think because he's talking about the dream. 56. Right. I would actually probably start at 54. Genesis 41 and 54 and read on down to 57, please.
1. Genesis chapter 41, verse 54.
Go on.
And the 7 years of dearth began to come, according as Joseph had said. And the dearth was in all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, Go unto Joseph, what he saith to you do. And the famine was over all the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold unto the Egyptians. And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt.
Right.
And all countries came into Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn, because that the famine was so sore in all lands.
Right. So we are approaching a time of there's going to be a lot of stuff happening, and we have to make sure that we are really staying on our P's and Q's and making sure that we are holding fast till the day of Hamashiach Yahushai comes. You know, scriptures talk about that. We have to have patience and hold fast what we have already. Right? So it is a lot of things on the horizon that not only Israel is noticing, but damn near the whole world is kind of noticing, like, okay, there's something happening. There's something happening. I was just recently watching a video on I think it was on YouTube, and it was saying like it was just like a bunch of people just talking, or like, you know, they have like the reaction kind of thing, and it was one guy was saying like, you know, everybody's just kind of looking up in the sky to see what's happening, like just everybody's kind of just looking up because they just feel like something is gonna happen any day now. Something is literally gonna happen any day now. We don't know what day, we don't know when, but even from regular common people who are not in the truth, it's like, well, damn, something really is happening. Like something's gonna happen. Like I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but something is happening. But that's the Lord coming. Let me get that also. Where the Most High shot his arrow and we can't turn it back. I think that's in Sharah. Let me. Yeah. Who can stop a mighty archer? That's what I want, Salakia. Salakia. Okay, not Sirach. It's definitely in the Apocrypha. So 2nd Ezra's 16 and verse 7. So there's a lot of stuff, so we got to make sure that we are being prepared, you know, not only spiritually, but physically, mentally, as much as prepared as we can be, especially in these last days. Not for fear, but just to move in wisdom. You know, Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear. He gave us a spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. So we have to operate in such. We don't want to be foolish and caught out here and, you know, we don't know what to do. We're not going to know what to do when it happens anyway. But at least we'll know it's coming, you know? 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 7.
So that is shot of a strong archer.
Mm-hmm. Read on.
Verse 8. The mighty Lord sendeth the plague, and who is he that can drive them away?
Read on.
Verse 9. A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
Read down to verse. Read down to verse 26, Most High willing.
Verse 10. He shall cast lightning, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? Verse 12. Verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof, the sea arise up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fish thereof also, before the Lord and before the glory of his power.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrow that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the end of the world. Verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again, until they come upon the earth. Verse 15.
Right.
The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth. Verse 16. Like as an arrow which is shot as of a mighty archer returneth not backwards, even so the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Right.
Verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Verse 18. The beginning of sorrow and the great mourning, the beginning of famine and the great death, the beginning of wars and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when the evils shall come? Verse 19. Behold, famine and plagues, tribulation and anguish are sent as a scorcher from amendment. Verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scorchers. Right. 21. Behold, victuals, is that how you're saying that? Salaki?
Victuals, yes. Con.
Victuals, yeah. Shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evil grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Verse 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others to escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Verse 23. And the death shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Verse 24. There shall be no man left to till the earth and sow it. Verse 25. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? Verse 26. The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolated of men.
Con. Yeah, you don't want to get beaten to powder. That was a hard one for me. But the point is that these things are coming, and once it's shot, there's nothing can turn it back. It's already signed, sealed, and almost delivered. It's already signed, sealed, and almost delivered. It's damn near here. You know, it's en route, and you can't turn it back and cancel it and I don't want it no more. No, it's coming. Even if you try and cancel it or whatever, it's still coming. So there was a point in verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord and before the glory of his power. That kind of brought me back to like this news article I was reading, or at least it came up on my phone. It said a major oil spill reaches Southern California coast. And this happened about 4 hours ago. Major spill reached Huntington Beach in Southern California on Saturday, causing an emergency response to protect the region's ecology. So like the birds and the animals and, the ecosystem. Huntington Beach spokesperson Jennifer Jennifer Carey said the oil spill is believed to have originated from a pipeline that has dumped 126,000 gallons into the water. We classify this as a major spill and is a high priority to us to mitigate any environmental concerns. Carey was quoted as saying by the Los Angeles Times, "It's all hands on deck." Uh, there's the point I wanted. "We started to find dead birds and fish washing up on the shore," Foley tweeted, sharing photos of oil washing onto the beach. She asked that individuals who encounter animals affected by the oil spill call oiled wildlife care. Da, 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 da. So, as I saw that, a lot of birds and a lot of fish kind of washing up with the sea because of the oil, it reminded me of verse 12 because it says, "The earth quaketh and the foundation thereof. The sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. And the fish thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power." So, just to point out that we are living in these days. And even I think there was a volcano that erupted recently in Spain. Let me find out where it was. I forget what area, but it happened recently, maybe about a week. If so much, I can't really remember. Wow, 46 minutes ago. One day ago, unstoppable lava from La Palma volcano eruption reaches ocean in stunning space photos. Let's see. Reuters. Reuters is a good one too. They call that the source or whatever. So, what's this? Lava pours out of volcano on La Palma in Spain, Canary Islands. Authorities evacuating the infirm, farm animals from area. Mandatory evacuation order for 4 villages. Spanish Prime Minister delays UN trip heads to island. Oh, a United Nations trip. Oh, yeah? Last major eruption. Oh, there hasn't been an eruption like this since 1971. And this happened La Palma, Spain, September 19th. This happened September 19th, about a week ago or so. Volcano at Spain, Canary Islands. Da, 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 da. Right. Just about a week ago, that's when it erupted. But I think it still might be pouring out and spilling out. So I saw a video. Man, that was woo. It was just, you just see the lava just consuming houses, consuming cars. I was like, damn. Ooh, that is something. I implore y'all sisters to look these things up because this is happening. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Verse 15. When you see those videos of the lava just pouring out from Spain, and then you see it touch a village, and you see it touch a house, and then the house just ignites into flames, and then the car ignites into flames, and the road is just blocked, and you can't go nowhere because it's consuming the foundation of the earth. Just to point out that we're living in these times. We are living in these times. And let me get one more thing. As I said, the victuals shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall think to themselves to be in good case. Let me find out what is the value of the American dollar currently, because the American dollar is kind of going to kapoots right now. It's probably not even much. That's why everybody's going to digital and all these things. Okay. So what does that mean? Slacky sisters. Okay.
So like, I was gonna just make a little comment. It's funny that you're talking about the volcano, the end of time, because our husband, we were just talking about, we were watching a video exactly the one thing he's talking about, the one in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like this week. I think it was like last maybe 2 weeks or so that they have the volcanoes that have erupted, and the wildfires still going on in California, and just all this famine and death and and all this, and then with everything, the plays and what the scripture is talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just, because to just truly see it come into, we're seeing it in real life or real time. It's just amazing, just thank goodness that we're in the truth and just, keeping the faith.
Right.
Because if you don't, if you people out there don't know what's going on. They just think it's something, natural, natural disaster. No, it's
Mm-hmm.
from the Lord. So
Exactly.
that was, grateful that how you woke me up at the right time.
Khan.
So we can. Mm-hmm.
Khan. All praises. So, and it's just the spirit, like how you was talking with your husband and your family, and it just happened. Oh man, we was just talking about that because the spirit is the Most High is pouring His spirit out there. He's pouring, where we having dreams, we're able to talk about it more. Where people are just on edge, just waiting for something to happen, just waiting for this to go down. They're just waiting. That's why so many people like might be losing motivation because like man, this world about to crumble anyway. I mean, you know, I don't know. So it's just the spirit, sister, and all praises. The Most High woke you up, woke your family up, woke your husband up, and is continuing to wake up many other Hebrews and people. So at the end of the day, can nobody say, "Oh Lord, I didn't hear the message. I didn't know." Da 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 da. Nope, nope. You were the
Nobody told me. Nobody told me. Nobody sent
exactly,
me a text.
exactly. Because everybody is gonna know that the Most High is coming. Everybody is gonna know who His children are. Everybody is gonna have that opportunity to change. Yet your yeas be nays. Yet your yeas be yeas and your nays be nays. Right. But let's get that in Matthew chapter 24. And I think we're gonna read the whole chapter because that's a good chapter to read. Like you brought out since the verse 7. We're gonna read the whole chapter because it's showing where we are now. So everybody's gonna have an opportunity to hear this word, and at that point, it's gonna be up to them. It's gonna be up to them. We all made our choice. We're making our choice right now. We're making our calling and election sure, currently, right now. All praise to the Most High. We are making our calling and election sure. So let's get that in Matthew, and then a couple precepts. All right, so Matthew 24 and verse 1.
Con. All right, we're going to go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 1. Con.
Con.
And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple. And his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass.
That's right.
But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation,
That's right.
and kingdom against kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
That's right.
Verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Khan, that's it on that, sister. That's it on that.
Fine.
All praises. So just as we were saying, everybody, not only Israel, of all nations, is gonna know who the Most High's people is, who the Hebrews are. The whole world is gonna be able to witness this truth. And if they want to cleave, let them cleave. If they don't want to cleave, all right, fine. You made your choice. Choose ye therefore life or death. But I implore you to choose life. Let's get that in second Ezra. But hold on, I got a couple precepts in mind. So let me get that second Ezra's. You know, choose ye therefore life and not death. Yep, Khan. Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse. Yes. Second Ezra chapter 7 and verse 57.
Second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 57.
That's right.
And everybody has to say Khan.
Khan.
And it reads, for if he shall not multiply his mercy, the world will not continue with them that inherit therein.
Wait. Second Ezra's?
Salaki, 57?
7 and 57.
Salaki.
It's all good.
Second Ezra, chapter 7, verse 57. And it reads, Then answered he me and said, This is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
Read on.
Salaki, one moment.
No problem, sis.
58. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the things that I say.
That's right. Read on.
59. For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, Choose that life that thou mayest live.
Right. That's right. And link that up. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30 and verse 19. Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19.
And we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19.
That's right.
Everyone has it. Say Khan.
Khan.
I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Right, so we have a choice. Everybody on this earth, whether they come from Adam or not, whether they come from Jacob and Isaac or not, everybody is going to have a choice. We all have a choice. Our choice is life or death. I know it sounds real dramatic, but it is what it is. You know, our choice is life or death. Those of us, all praise to the Most High, who are holding fast and doing what we have to do in this truth and cleave to this truth. We're making our yays be yays and our nays be nays. We're making sure that we are Most High willing, choosing life. And those that might have heard the word but kind of forsake it, or so and so such and such, nobody's gonna have no excuse. Oh Lord, I didn't know about these Hebrews, I didn't know about these Israelites. But hold on, daughter, you passed by on Saturday, 12 p.m. 12:03 p.m. to be exact. You stood there for 5 minutes exact, and then you left around 12:07. You didn't hear. You didn't hear what they were saying. They said to bring out skirts. Look at the report. Look. And what you gonna say? You ain't gonna say nothing. Look like you got egg on your face, right? So everybody got a choice. Everybody got a choice, you know. I hate Slocky if I had to, really break it down like that, but the Most High is gonna pull up our record. Pull up, okay, what we did at this exact time, when we did it, how we did it, what we said, what we thought, and really go down the list and check us. What you mean you didn't see it? What you mean you didn't hear? You were right there. Oh, you don't remember? Let me pull up this memory for you. Yep. Yeah, that's you, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's you in the pink dress and the black heels. Yeah, that's you. Yeah. So what you talking about? What you talking about, sis? What you talking about, daughter? What you talking about? So so you got to make these scriptures real. You got to make these things real, because this is exactly what would happen. Can't nobody say I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know. Well, you knew, but you made your choice. So let's get that in Revelation 2:25. How we have to hold fast that which we have already till the Most High comes. Revelation 2:25. If I send these notes, they're kind of going to be all over the place, because I would take notes and then the Spirit come, and then so I had to.
It deals with that sometimes.
I'm trying to make it as neat as I can, but I kind of forgot where we left off, what we didn't read, so it's all good.
Fine. All right, we're going to go to the book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 25. And everyone has it, so
Con.
Okay. Yeah. 25.
But that which ye have really already hold fast until I come.
That's right. So what we have now, the water, Sister Yana, what we have now is we have this truth, we have the Most High, we have these laws, we have the Holy Spirit, we have our angels, we have H.O.I, we have each other, we have, the blueprint to protect ourselves and be safe, and, so and so and such. Whatever we have right now, currently, we have to hold till we come. We can't focus on what we don't have, but we have to, change our mindset about what we do have. All praise to the Most High. For the most part, we have bodies, we have spirit, we have 10 toes, 10 fingers, 2 legs, 2 arms, 2 eyes that we can Most High willing see out of both of them. None of us, for the most part, are hearing, are deaf or hard of hearing. All praise to the Most High. We can able to pray, and we able to have clean clothes, and these various things, as well as the spirit of discernment and wisdom, the spirit to make our calling and election sure. We have the spirit to be able to fast and to eat and to do these things for the Most High. We have the spirit to that zeal to keep his feast days. For the most part, most of us might be working and or going to school. Most of us, for the most part, have a home. It might not be big, but it's yours. It's a little mean cottage, a little apartment. We have a covering over us. So what we have already, and count your blessings. Count them one by one. Go down the list. You realize how much you have, right? Whatever you have, including the spirit, hold fast till Yahweh comes. Hold fast till he comes, right? Let's get that one more precept. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5 and verse 37. Shalom, sister.
Shalom, shalom. It's practice. Shalom.
Khan, shalom, sisters,
Oh,
Karatazaya. It's been a long time, sis. I missed you.
yeah. Yes, I'm finally at home. I had the weekend off.
Khan, all praises, all praises. Yeah, I know it's a lot been going on with this society and running up and down,
Yes.
but most high willing, we're gonna most high willing be staying up to date, making sure that we are doing what we have to do, um, and most high willing he'll protect us and shadow us and keep us in these last days while all these different attacks, spiritual, mental, emotional, physical, financial attacks might be coming onto us and trying to beat us down into the dirt. Most high is victorious, and most high blesses us with the spirit of strength and not fear, um, with the spirit of power, love, and of a sound mind. Real quick, let's get that. Um,
Did you want Matthew 5:37, sister?
Khan.
Okay, we're gonna go to the book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 37. And everyone has it, take on. That was 5 and 37.
Khan.
Okay. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 37.
Khan.
But let your communication be yea, yea. Nay, nay. For whatsoever is more than these cometh of evil.
Right. So there is no maybe. There is no I'm not sure. I'm kind of halfway in the truth. I'm kind of half stepping. Just the fact that you sisters are here lets the Most High know that your yeas are yeas, that you are for the Most High. Because everybody got a choice. Everybody got a decision. Everybody got lives to live and so and so and such and such. But the fact that you sisters are on the call is a testament for not only yourselves but for the Most High, that you make your calling and election sure, that you are making your yeas be yeas and your nays be nays, right? Let's get that in Salakia. Right. Let's get that in 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 10.
We're going to go to the book of 2 Peter, chapter 1 and verse 10. And everyone has it, take home.
Khan.
Second Peter, chapter 1 and verse 10. Wherefore the brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Mm-hmm. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall.
Right. So, all praise to the Most High. We are trying to make our calling and election sure. While this whole thing is going on, while everything is happening in this world, we are trying our best to give ourselves to the Most High and making sure that we can Most High will and be of that number and endure unto the end. Because as we was reading earlier about what's going on in the world, the different oil spills that happen in Southern California, the volcano that happened in Spain, and how it was just consuming these different things. The fact that nation shall rise against nation, and how Afghan is or the Taliban is kind of teaming up with China, and how there was some explosions in Kabul, and all these various things that are happening right now, current news. So Most High willing, I would implore y'all sisters to make sure y'all watch the news at every hour. I would suggest the world news I watch on YouTube. You can go on YouTube Live. Is RT, TRT, DW. What else? CNA. That's Asian News. France 24, Al Jazeera. Hope you sisters are writing this down. Again, that is, you can watch CNN too. CNN is good. RT, TRT, um, TRT, DW, what else? CNA. DW is German. CNA is Asian. Al Jazeera is Middle Eastern. France 24. And I think that might be it in terms of news. And then, of course, there's like Africa news and whatnot, whatever. But making sure you stay up to date. I'm actually about to currently watch the news just now, making sure that we are staying steady and staying grounded. I have one more precept to bring out just to make sure that we are not only looking what's going on, but being faithful that no matter what happens, the Most High is going to protect us and guide us. So let's go to Psalms chapter 50 and verse 15.
Come on, sister. You said Psalms chapter 50 and verse 15.
Khan.
Okay. We're going to go to the book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
When everyone has it, say Khan.
Khan.
And call upon me in the day of trouble. I will deliver thee, and thou shalt glorify me.
Read on.
Verse 16. But unto the wicked God saith, which hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth?
I think that's it. I think I wanted just verse 15. You know, in the day of trouble, because it's approaching. It's definitely on the horizon. It's coming. You know, these things not for fear, because Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear, as you read in Oh, did I bring that out? No, I didn't. 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7.
You said 2 Timothy?
Chapter 1 and verse 7.
In verse 7.
Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear. You know, though a lot of things are happening in this world, you know, the vaccine, different nations rising against nation, earthquakes, blood new moons, all different types of stuff. All different types of things is going on. You know, we have to make sure that we are staying grounded, that we are staying rooted, but also moving in a spirit of wisdom and not fear. Not because fear can make you do a lot of dangerous things that we don't want to do. We have to operate in a spirit of clarity, of wisdom, of knowledge, and operate in a spirit that, you know what, no matter what happens, the Most High is going to blanket us and protect us from these different things. So let's go to 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 7. Oh, wait. Oh, Slaki, 2 Timothy. My fault. 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. Yeah.
All right. 2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. When everyone has it, say Khan.
Khan.
2 Timothy chapter 1 and verse 7. For Yahweh hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, and of a sound mind.
Right. So, though a lot of this stuff is happening, and it can make you feel like down and fearful, I'm speaking to myself too, make you feel, you know, afraid, we have to remember the power that we serve. We have to. You know, the Most High is a strong, mighty power, and He's there for us when we call upon Him. Lastly, let's go to Psalms chapter 91, and I believe that's the whole chapter. Psalms chapter 91 and verse 1.
We're going to go to the book of Psalms, chapter 91 and verse 1. When everyone has it, say
Khan. And read the whole chapter.
What was that?
Oh, I was just saying, read the whole chapter. The whole chapter is good to read.
Okay. 1.
Mm-hmm.
He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
That's right.
I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in Him will I trust.
Mm-hmm.
Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
Right.
He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust.
That's right.
His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
That's right.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day,
Mm-hmm.
nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness,
That's right.
nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Mm-hmm.
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
That's right.
Verse 8. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him.
That's right.
With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
That's right. That's right. So all these things, even if the arrow is already shot, like how we read in Second Ezra and the strong archer, the Most High will protect His people, like He did in the times of Purim, of Nicanor, of Hanukkah. I was speaking to a sister, and she was like, "You know what? Isn't that something that a lot of the feast days, like the remembrance feast days, happened in winter, and how the Most High was still holding us down and protecting us? That's a sign. That's a sign, because Most High, while it's dark and it's cold, the Most High is our warmth and is our light and is our protector. And no matter what happens, when these oppositions come and different nations and all these different things, the Most High really is our protection and our blanket and our tabernacle. Like we just finished Feast of Tabernacle, the Most High is our tabernacle in these last days. So let your yeas be yeas and your nays be nays, sister. Make your calling and election sure. Seek the Most High and keep seeking Him, and further build up your spirit in this truth. Because we all got choices to make. Make the right choice. Stay in the spirit. Be circumspect. Watch the news. Look at what's going on. But remember to always have faith that the Most High is right by our side, watching over us, guiding us, leading us in the right direction, protecting us. So if any trouble happens, no weapon that is formed against us shall prosper. Remember that, sisters, especially in these last days. So that's it, sisters. All praise to the Most High. Bashem Mashiach Yahushai. I'll give all glory, honor, and praise to His name. We were able to congregate virtually. We were able to give glory and see what's going on in the world. But also remember that the Most High has everything under control and is looking after His children regardless of what happens, right? So that's it. That's the lesson, sisters. Khan. Shalom, sis. Go ahead, sis. I'm listening.
Yeah, I wanted to say I have been studying Daniel about the three Hebrew children in Bible, about Lee, Sharah, and Abednego.
Right.
And for some reason, I was just drawn to that because I normally study a lot of other stuff, but I was just like, okay, a lot of pressure is, with the jobs and all that stuff about this jab things of that nature. And so I was drawn to read that,
Okay.
and it kind of like put me in the mind of them because they also had the strength to always know that Yahweh, the Most High will always bring them out of any situation as long as that they were doing their righteous act, like even clean food and things of that nature.
That's right.
And so I was telling one of the sisters that I was like, well, just continue to still endure, do the commandments and statutes and laws and everything to the best of your ability.
That's right.
And you will be saved from the people coming to stress you about taking the COVID. If you got to go to another job, you got a ping pong here and there, to do what you have to do. And I was just telling her, I just gave her that story to read, just to build her faith up, because they had the faith. They was like, well, we're going to put you in here, we're going to do this to you, we're going to take this away from you. But they still had that faith, knowing that, the Most High had the power over all of them. Whatever they were, it didn't matter to them. So, yeah, I just told her that was kind of like a good story to read, because she was kind of stressed out one day in a lunchroom, and it just came up to me like, okay, well, just give her that word.
Sowing seeds, giving them messages. This is like you said, it's just the Song of the Three Holy Children. Reading from Daniel, and where it takes off is a good story to read to build up your faith. No matter what opposition, like you said, sister, is coming to us, or might be right at our back door, bugging us or whatever. The Most High, so long as we stay fast and we hold fast and we endure, Most High will deliver us out of these various things. Call upon him in the days of trouble and he'll be near, right? So we are entering into those days of trouble, and Most High willing, he'll be there with us. Especially now we're trying to do what we have to do in this flesh, in this world, in this captivity, and all praise to the Most High, coming to our truth and learning who we are. It's time that we finally make that transition of really standing up for the Most High, and really putting all 10 toes and 2 feet down with the Most High and getting down with him for real. It's not time to I'm Hebrew, but now it's time to really bump it up a little bit more. If you fasted every 2 weeks or every month, maybe start to do it every 3 weeks, or every 2 weeks, or every week, or whatever. Or even during the week, maybe 2-3 times a week, maybe 2 times a week during to build up your spirit. As like I always say, as this place is going down, as this stuff is happening, we as Israel, because we know better, we have to make sure that we are on the rise, and we have to make sure that we are elevating constantly. I know it's a struggle, sisters, but cast your burdens to the Most High, cast them onto him, and pray onto him, and seek his guidance, seek what he needs from you. Ask the Most High to judge you and open you, and look in your spirit of what you need to fix and what you need to improve on, and how can I be better at this. I think that's in Psalms 35, Slakia. Psalms 35. I'm about to wrap this up. Where the Most High, you ask the Most High to look into us and judge us, because we want the Most High to make us better. Hold on, that's not what I want. Slakia. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted. All right, let's go to Psalms chapter 139 and verse 23. We have to ask the Most High to make us better, because how else are we gonna try and get better if not with the Most High? So Psalms chapter 139 and verse 23.
We're gonna go to the book of Psalms, verse 130, or chapter 139 and verse 3. When everyone has it, so lying down,
Wait,
and are
Slakia.
acquainted with all my ways.
Wait, Slakia. Psalms 139 and 23.
23, Slakia. Psalm, verse 139. Chapter, Slakia. Psalm, chapter 139 and verse 23.
Khan.
Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thought.
Verse 24.
Verse 24. And see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting.
Right. So again, as this world is coming down and is about to is circling the toilet bowl, about to just be flushed out, we have to make sure that we are improving ourselves as best as we can with what we have. That means fasting more, praying more, just doing that 1% a bit more, reading more news articles. Even though the news hour passed, you probably got you all can still probably catch a little bit of the news that's going on, the different channels. If you need to examine yourself a bit more, it's now is the time to really bump it up more as this place is going down. Israel on the whole, no matter what camp or congregation, we all need to make sure that we are elevating and improving ourselves and asking the Most High to take out whatever doesn't serve me, whatever doesn't serve us in the flesh, in the spirit, to just cut it out of us and make us better, make us whole. So that's it, sisters. As a sister Karatazar said, I would also encourage you, sisters, to read the Song of the Three Holy Children, located in your Apocrypha. But also in the 3rd chapter of Daniel, I believe verse 23 is what after verse 23. So from Daniel chapter 3, read on, and then you can link that up with the Song of the Three Holy Children, in between 23 and I believe 24, about what the prayer was. Con. But that's it, sisters. That's it. Like I said, make sure that you sisters are keeping the faith, making sure that y'all are really sitting and soaking in the word of the Most High, and really ready to be the Most High. Like not be the Most High, but I mean is be with him on a deeper level. Where you are now, you can go deeper. You can go even further and getting closer to the Most High and drawing near unto him. As all these things is taking place and happening left, right, and center, it's not our time to be fearful, but to move in a spirit of wisdom and to move in a spirit of faith and trust. So that's it, sisters. All praise to the Most High by Shem Mashiach Yahushai. Go in peace, sisters, but prepare. Get your spirit right, get your body right, get your mind right, and let's just gear up. Let's gear up for whatever the Most High has in store. But we know that we can call on the Most High, call Halal Yahweh, Bashir Mashiach Yahushai, and he'll be there with us, guiding us, our thoughts, our mind, our spirit, and leading us to Most High willing his protection. Right? So that's it, sisters. That's the lesson. All praises. Khan. Most High willing, see y'all. Khan. Shalom, sis. Most High willing, see y'all next week, Sunday, 1 p.m. Most High willing. Mm-hmm.
Are we doing any more Zoom meetings?
That's like that? Yes. I would say the 5th, but I kind of have like some assignments to do, so maybe most high willing we can do the 12th. Like, what's a good time for you, sisters? Is like 4 p.m. because I'm somewhat free-ish on Tuesdays on certain times, so maybe like 4 p.m., 5, depending on like what works for you sisters. Y'all let me know because I can be able to flex with y'all schedule and work with you guys. Um, so most high willing, let's say we start like 4 p.m. most high willing on a Tuesday. That shouldn't be, too bad. Hopefully. So
Okay. Well, if it conflicts with anything you're doing, just let us know.
con. All right,
Yeah.
so most high willing, Tuesday the 12th we'll be having our Zoom meetings because you have a very good point since we haven't done that in a while. Tuesday the 12th, most high willing, at 4 p.m. will be our Zoom meeting again, and maybe instead of every 2 weeks checkup, maybe every week because we got to do a bit more and make sure we hold each other accountable. Um, just like any other company, any other organization, they have for the most part weekly checks. Okay, what's going on? What's going on, Sandra? Okay, so and so such and such, the huddle to make sure that we are staying on what we have to stay on. But I'm not gonna overtalk it. Yeah. Mhm.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Would it be too much if we did like maybe a Zoom meeting once a month on a Sunday, one of the Sundays, if that works better?
I mean,
at 1 p.m.
we can do that too. Most high willing, like every once in a while on Sundays instead of like the live lesson, we can just have the Zoom. Okay.
Yeah, since the week is kind of busy, and you could just maybe like once a month Zoom meeting,
Okay.
If that works better.
All right. So would once a month work better? Most high willing, once a month on like either Sundays.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. We'll be,
All right. All right, Con. Most high willing, we can go from there. So, bear in mind next week, Sunday 1 p.m. Most high willing the 10th, and then Tuesday the 12th Zoom meeting, and then from there we can decide whether we're gonna have the Zoom meeting every month on Sundays or making sure that we are checking in. So yeah, it's a good idea, sister.
Okay. All right, Con.
All right. Khan, the water for the idea, all praises. All right, sisters, shalom.
Okay.